미국 현지에서 스포츠 소식을 전하는 사인왕입니다. 이번 영상에서는 다저스 기자 제프에게 자료 화면을 보여주면서 한국의 응원 문화에 대해 소개를 할 텐데, 야구를 가장 가까이에서 접하는 스포츠 기자이기 때문에 조금 더 날카롭게 비교 분석을 할 수 있지 않을까 싶었습니다. 지난번 영상에서 더 명확하게 설명을 안 드렸던 것 같은데, 제프와의 컨텐츠는 제프가 사인왕TV와 함께 독점적으로 준비한 컨텐츠라서 지금 보시는 영상이 원본이자 사인왕TV의 1차 저작권이 있음을 알려드립니다. 자료 화면을 준비할 수 있도록 많은 도움을 주시고 응원 영상을 기쁜 마음으로 공유해주신 스토리 위즈 채널, 한화 팬분 승재님, 롯데 팬분 킴벨라79님, 익명의 기아 팬분께 진심으로 감사드립니다. 구독과 좋아요 부탁드립니다.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Weekly Jeff, a dopey American's take on the KBO. And this week, you'll notice I am dressed in my fresh out-the-box KT Wiz jersey, repping my guy Becco Gong, excuse me. I'm working on my pronunciation, so please, grace, patience with me. I'm getting there. I know the progress is slow, but hey, I appreciate it. Really, I'm so grateful for the support that we've gotten over these first few videos. I've been so encouraged by your passion for Korean baseball. It is obvious, and it is amazing. I can see why you love Korean baseball so much, and so it's kind of a response to that. I know we had a ton of comments on our last video. As always, leave those in there. We love to look at those, and we'll respond to them, and that's what we're going to do today is just respond to some of those questions and feedback that you guys had offered. So please, again, if you have questions, if you have feedback, leave them below. But the first comment is the one that we've got probably the most versions of, which again, I'm very thankful for. And it was regarding my comments about cheerleaders last week. So if you missed last week, I gave my initial observations about the KBO, and I was confused about the cheerleaders. Now, here's the thing. I'm fine with cheerleaders. I have no issue with cheerleaders. I just was confused about why they were there when the stadiums were empty. And it was funny because I joked and I said, are they leading cheers for people at home? Help me out. Well, I get it, but if we have no fans, can somebody please explain to me, maybe in the comments below, why do we have cheerleaders? Right? Like, here's my understanding. A cheerleader is designed to lead cheers. Are fans cheering along in their houses? This week, I actually learned that the answer to that question was yes. Here was one of the comments that I received. One of the reasons that cheerleaders are still present is because they lead fans cheering from home over Zoom. Another is they are perceived as a key component and essential constituent of the team. This includes not only the cheerleaders, but also the hype man and the DJ playing chants and cheers from the booth. I can't speak for other teams, but as for Lotte, we have a designated drummer, and the game just wouldn't be the same without cheerleaders. In order to ensure the cheerleaders are retained as employees, many teams continue to hire them as ball and back girls as well. And so that's super helpful. I'm learning. This is awesome. I can't believe that they're doing Zoom cheers. That's amazing. And so with that in mind, I set out to do some research on cheerleaders, the roles they play, chants, the whole deal. So I talked to my producer, and he made up a little clip for me to watch. And so the plan is I'm going to watch this video, and you can watch along with me, and you're going to be able to see my initial reactions, my observations, my notes as we go. So here we go. We're going to start off. Okay, and we've got the cheering in the Zoom call. I mean, it's amazing to me. This is amazing that people are watching from home and going crazy. I love that it's happening in the stadium, by the way. That's amazing. So cool. Okay, Lotte Giants. Apologies to Giants fans. I wasn't trying to be mean to you. I mean, the passion, I get it. The passion here, the noise, I'm in. I don't like the San Francisco Giants, but the Lotte Giants, I can get down with. Okay. Hanwha Eagles. I mean, this feels like a European soccer match to me. Look at how many people there are. I could make a joke here about how the Eagles don't win a lot, but I won't make it. Okay, the Kia Tigers. I mean, the noise. Imagine being this guy. Oh, there's my guy. Becco Gong. I gotta learn this song. Yes, this guy deserves to cheer. He's a legend. So good. Well, there you go. There you have it. I have to admit, videos like this help me understand Korean baseball so much more. And again, part of me is jealous of the passion of the crowds. And so I'm in on cheerleaders, I'm in on chants, I'm in on the passion. Honestly, it reminds me, as I said, of soccer games. In America, I live in Portland, Oregon, and we have a soccer team here called the Portland Timbers on the men's side, the Thorns on the women's side, and the fans are insane. I mean, we're talking like smoke bombs, we're talking cheers and screams and curses and moving around. It is absolutely wild, and I can see why the KBO is so different this year is because, that's normal for you guys. And so with no fans in the crowd, I can only imagine how weird it has been. Part of this brought up this idea. For Americans, baseball and soccer are radically different viewing experiences. So when I go to a soccer game, or maybe when you go to a KBO game, it's almost like you go there to participate participate, to party, to be a part of the entertainment, right? The game is incredibly important and the fans are an integral part of the game. Now, in America, we love baseball. We have songs, we have Charge, da-na-na-na-na-na, Charge, or Let's Go Dodgers, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We got all sorts of stuff like that. But in general, the baseball atmosphere here is much more relaxed. You go to have a good time, you go to eat a hot dog, you go to drink, you go to be entertained, rather than be involved in the entertainment. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to communicate. Now, it led to a question that I was asked this week is, well, then why aren't there cheerleaders in baseball? And, there's some in basketball and football and hockey, and there's none in soccer, but most sports have them. And I think in part it's what I just described. People go to baseball games here because they want to relax. And if the game gets tight and the game gets really good, then people will go crazy. But also the stadiums are much bigger as they are there as well. Dodger Stadium holds something like 55,000 people. So compared to the Staples Center, which is where the LA Lakers play the LA Clippers, that's double what the Staples Center holds. So maybe that's part of it. Maybe it's a baseball culture thing. Baseball here is more traditional, old-timey. Basketball and football are kind of cutting edge, super relevant. So I don't know. I don't know if there's one reason why we don't have cheerleaders, but somewhere in there is an answer. So the point of all this is to say thank you for educating me on cheerleaders in the KBO. If anything, this just makes me way more excited to watch games when fans are allowed back into stadiums. As I've said, I've been to Korea 4 or 5 different times. I've never been to a game, so hopefully we can get it. Okay, a couple more comments to go. Okay, the second one was a comment on the last video about my bit on how the bullpens aren't very good. I loved this comment. Someone said, gotta say that the KBO games are in part addictive precisely because of the arsonists in the bullpen, as Jeff points out. Probably pisses off the teams with the weaker relief pitchers, but there's undeniably suspense that carries on throughout the entire game until the last pitch in the bottom of the ninth. As sad as it sounds, what can we do? It's the reality, LOL. Now, first of all, this is a great comment. I love it. I get it. It's always exciting. But here's my problem. It's not exciting for my KT Wiz. Okay? And I'm just going to get into the KT Wiz, the Wizmin now, because I can't help myself when it comes to bullpen. I was texting with some friends about the horrors of being a KT Wiz fan this year when it comes to the bullpen. Now, I mentioned this. I've gotten to see 2 Wiz games all season. Only twice have they been on TV in America. Both times the KT Wiz were winning in the 9th inning, and both times they lost. Only twice in the entire league had that happened up until that point. Both times were the KT Wiz. So I was like, is this normal? I don't get to watch all of the games. I'm looking at box scores. Is this normal? Well, apparently for this year, the answer is yes. Let me explain. So in the first 17 games, the Wiz had lost 10 times. They were 7-10. 8 of their 10 losses were on the bullpen. Okay, now let me summarize the arson as this commenter mentions. Okay, the first game of the season, the Wiz are winning 2-1 going into the 7th inning. They lose 7-2. Third game of the season, they're up 3-1 going into the 7th inning. They lose 7-3. Fifth game of the season, Wiz take the lead in extra innings and lose. Sixth game of the season, they're up by 3 runs in the 8th inning and they lose. 7th game of the season, they again take the lead in extra innings. They lose. 8th game of the season, 0-0, tied game, bullpen blows it in the inning. So if you're keeping track 4 games in a row, the bullpen blows it. Now the bats figure this out. They're like, hey, we need to score so many runs that the bullpen cannot possibly lose this game for us. Well, guess what? They score 54 runs in 5 games. They win all 5, and then we're on to something. Now we get to game 15. The Wiz are up 5-1 in the 7th inning. What do you think happens? They lose 6-5. Game 17, they are winning 7-4 in the 9th inning. 7-4 in the 9th inning. They give up 5 runs. They lose 9-4. I mean, what are we doing, folks? Okay. Now, of course, it hurts, especially on top of the fact that the Wiz have been crushed by injuries. My guy Becco Gong is out for a few weeks. There's a couple of the other better hitters. I know their designated hitters been missing games, been hurt a little bit. They still got the best offense in the league, but they just got to get the bullpen figured out. Now, the good news at the time I'm recording this, the Wiz have won 2 in a row. They're 9-11. They're still right there. And as much as I've hated on the relief pitching, I do have to give a shout out to the starting pitchers. We've got Odrisamer Despaigne, probably my favorite pitcher in the entire league. He's nasty. Also, a shout out to Bae Jae-sung, who's been even better. 25 innings pitched, an ERA of 1.07. He's a 23-year-old. He's been impressive. But, I mean, I feel bad for these guys. Despaigne, Jae-sung, like, they have been lights out. Despite those amazing numbers, they've started 9 games. They have 3 wins. 3 wins and 9 starts. Feel bad for them. But the Wiz, we got this. We got this. Okay, one more comment, and then we'll be done for this week. Jeff, first try at the subscription and like request made me crack up. While the KBO's baseball skill level is a few notches down compared to the majors, very appreciative of the fact that an American fan isn't blindly criticizing our league and instead showing support and love. I do support and I do love, and this week I'm going to try and do better with my pronunciation. I was a bit ashamed of my performance last week, so hopefully this week is better. If not, tell me about it in the comments, and we'll see what we go. Okay, you ready for this? 구독과 좋아요 부탁해요. Peace.
마지막으로 영상에서 보셨듯이 제프도 강백호의 유니폼을 받았고 함께 기쁜 마음으로 콜라보에 동참해준 다른 미국 친구들에게도 보내줬던 유니폼이 전부 도착했습니다. 모두들 신이 나서 고맙다고 인사를 전했는데 KBO를 미국 팬들에게 알리는데 도움을 줘서 고마운 한국 팬들의 마음을 표현한 작은 성의라고 화답을 했습니다. 앞으로도 계속해서 좋은 교류가 이어지길 기대하며 이번 영상도 시청해주셔서 감사드리고 구독과 좋아요 부탁드립니다.